So I saw this movie called Why We Ride, and came out in 2013. And as you can tell from the name, it's a motorcycle movie. It's a documentary, actually. And interestingly, I went to the movie theater to watch the movie back in 2013, and went to the website, found the movie theater. It was one of my local theaters. Went over there to go check it out, and I got there, and the people there were like, "Man, that movie showed a couple weeks ago." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They're like, "Yeah, no, it showed a couple weeks ago." Showed them the website. The website was wrong. Got me there at the wrong day, man. And it was a limited release movie, so it only showed, I mean, by limited release, like way limited release, it only showed on one movie theater in all of Denver on one day. And so if you missed your chance to see it, then you missed your chance. So anyway, the movie is now out on DVD. You can stream it on Amazon. You can stream it on iTunes. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this movie called Why We Ride, because the movie, I mean, it hits home. I mean, for motorcycle riders like me, it hits home. And the movie itself, man, was just this amazing visual treat of a movie. I mean, beyond a visual treat, a visual feast. I mean, really, the movie visually was like, wow. I mean, just an amazingly beautiful movie. Cinematographically, wow, the movie was just amazing. The movie itself talks about motorcycles, obviously, and it gives a kind of a history of motorcycles. Talks a lot about racing, kind of, starts from the very beginning, and gets into some of the reasons why people are obsessed, I guess you could say, with motorcycles. I mean, not an obsession like obsessive compulsive obsessed, but still, why do people even get into motorcycling? And really did a great job, I think, of telling the story of motorcycle riding by motorcyclists. And so racers were telling the story, everyday people were telling the story. They had old timers on there telling the story, little kids telling the story. It was really kind of cool because you heard the story of motorcycles being told by the people who actually ride motorcycles and are sleeping and eating and drinking motorcycles, as so many of us are. So really did a good job of doing that. It did not come off like a History Channel documentary, though. Not dogging out History Channel documentaries if that's your thing, but it didn't come off like that. It was it wasn't super flashy or anything like that, but it was a well done visual movie. I mean, it really turned the act of riding a motorcycle, I mean, into this work of art. I mean, really, it turned the act of riding a motorcycle into a visual art piece, a moving picture art piece, and it was really done well from that standpoint. I thought story-wise, they did a pretty good job of weaving together all the different components. There's not a narrator or anything like that, so it's told by riders. And it was just a joy to watch the movie. Now, negatives, I guess you could say that, and these are kind of nitpicky negatives. I didn't think there was anything negative in terms of the storytelling or the cinematography or anything like that. But they left out things like the sound of motorcycles. Sound is such a part of riding a motorcycle, and the noise and the beauty of the noise that comes from motorcycles is something that they didn't even touch on. That would have been nice to have seen that. Would have been kind of nice to see them touch a little bit bit on the phenomenon of motovlogging, you know, but that's, you know, here nor there. But I mean, I think it's kind of big, you know. I mean, motovlog, you know, it's a new movie, and motovlogging is a way that a lot of people are getting into motorcycle riding these days. So, but you know, nitpicky types of stuff. Overall, though, man, I really just enjoyed the movie. It wasn't maybe the best movie on the planet, but it was good. I definitely give it a thumbs up. You know, check it out. Why We Ride came out again in 2013. You can stream it, or you can get the DVD and check it out. This may also be a good time to put in a plug. If you are like me and you have a variety of tastes, including but not limited to motorcycles, then you may want to check out my other channel where SoopaBee talks about movies. Old movies, new movies, classics, sci-fi movies, dramas, tear-jerkers, and fantasy flicks. I mean, the whole spectrum, because I've got a lot of taste when it comes to movies. Here, check this out. So with that, my friends, my people, I don't need to remind you to ride safe. I don't need to remind you to ride with care. You know those things already. But I would like to remind you, ride with confidence. Head up, 100%, boy. Yeah, this is SoopaBee.
A lot of times when a guy buys a motorcycle, there's nothing more than he wants to meet someone and find a buddy to ride with.
You just roll in on a motorcycle amongst other cyclists, and they treat you like an equal.